out at the road, rushing under my wheels, looking back at the years go by like so many summer fields. In '65 I was 17, running up 101. I know when I'm running now, when I'm running now, running on empty, running blind, running into the sun, but running behind. Gotta do what you can just to keep your love alive. Trying not to confuse it with what you do to survive. In '69 I was 21, I called the road my own. I don't know where this road turned into the one I'm on. Running on empty, running blind, running into the sun, just running behind. Everyone I know, everywhere I go, people need some reason to believe. I don't know about anybody but me. If it takes all night, that'll be alright. If I get you to smile before I out there, guitar heroes. All right, we get a little Jackson Browne today from 1978, Running on Empty. Hey, very popular song in those days. I can't sing as high as Jackson, so I just barely got through it, tuned down 1/2. The good thing is our chords aren't too difficult. We don't have any bar chords in the entire song, which really makes it nice. The intro is basically just kind of strumming along generally with the chorus. We start with a C, and I'm using the C add 9. I don't know if that's correct, but I think it sounds good. Otherwise you can probably use plain old C, right? You use a C, but that's what I'm using, that C add 9. And we're going to start with the C add 9, and so kind of think in the back of your mind, running on empty, and following that for the chorus. Running on, back to G, running on C, G, running on C, G, running to E minor. And so that's your intro. And then we're going to come right in on the C for the first verse. We have too many verses. We got a bridge and we got 4 verses, and they're fairly lengthy, so this song really, I mean, I didn't play all the way through it. I had 2 more verses and another chorus to go. No way could I make that. So first verse, C. Now I'll just slow things down here because that probably just makes more sense. Looking out at the road, G, rushing under my wheel, G. Back to that C add 9. Looking back at the years, G, gone by like so many summer fields, G. Back to that C add 9. In '65 I was G17s, C running up 101. C, I don't know what I'm running now. I think the correct chord instead of a G is this GB thing, and I think we just grab the B, you know, this is the B, it's the A string, but we're in B. So we're going to go A flat, B, B, and then the G. I think this is what's supposed to be in there. I don't know if it really matters that much. Last line of the first verse, we're on a C. I don't know what I'm G running now, but I'm D running on. And then so we're on that D, running, and then on the word on. Running on C, running on G, empty, running C, running blind. Here's one of the hard parts. Running on C, running into the sun, G, but running behind E minor. So then there's another verse exactly the same, and I did play through that one. And then you play the chorus again, and then we go back to it's a bridge. This is start with the E minor. Everyone I know, C, D. Everywhere I go, E minor. People need some D reason to believe. Now you have to say the words really quick. To believe. I don't know anything, G, anyone but me, E minor. If it takes all night, C, D. That'll be alright, G, and then the C. If I can get you to D, smile before I leave, G, A minor, G, E minor, and D. And then that takes us back to verse number 3. Repeat the chorus again. Verse number 4, and it might end right on the end of that. It's possible, but I can't remember for sure if there's another repeat to the chorus. There could be. This is a long song, a whole bunch of lyrics, but obviously a great one, and one of Jackson Browne's probably one of his best songs. Okay, so there you go. Let's see if there's any kind of strumming. I can't tell you there's a strumming pattern. You know, the chord changes are fairly fast, so there's not a whole bunch of time. But what would I do? Okay, so a little bit of palm muting you can stick in there. So let's go to that chorus. Running on empty, running line, running into the sun, but running behind. Let's try the. I don't think it's any different for anywhere in the song. Let's try that bridge. Everyone I know. Everywhere I go, people need some reason to believe. Running on empty, running blind, running into the sun, but leaving behind. So this is plain, as far as I'm concerned. Playing up and down will do you fine. A little bit of palm muting. I like the sound of that C add 9. And remember, what's a C add 9? So we do the 4-finger G. So I've got the pinky on the E string and then the 3rd finger on the B string. And then to get the C add 9 is take these 2 fingers and I just move them down 1. So going back and forth, this is as easy as it can possibly be to go back and forth this way. Rather than, and then reform that C. When you got old fingers like me, that's an effort to go back and forth, especially if there's any speed. So take advantage of that opportunity. Well, I hope you got something out of this lesson. Take it easy out there, and we'll see you next time.